Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Edgar, and today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me. Something that I can't really grasp my head around. And maybe with your help, I can kind of get an idea. And it's this game that came out. You probably know it. It's called Overwatch. It came out back in 2016, and it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. I love Overwatch. It's a blast. Team Fortress 2 with waifus. Sign me up. Oh my god, mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy for mercy. But, she's my waifu. Waifu number one, okay? May close second. Anyway, this game came out. It has a bunch of bubbly characters. It's a hero-based shooter, so of course all the heroes are just full of character. And this world of, like, the Omnics or these robots revolution, just everything, this new game with this new world just oozing with lore that you want to sink your teeth into, but there's no story mode. Overwatch is a multiplayer only game. There's no story mode, so where am I supposed to learn more about this world? You know, you start the game up and you have a gorilla telling you about the war.
30 years ago, the Omnics declared war.
And then you're just like, man, I want to learn more about this war, and then there's nothing there. And my problem is, we were okay with that. Overwatch shipped with no story mode, and to this day, it's almost 2 years. In 1 month, it's going to be 2 years since Overwatch released. It's still no story mode, and we're still okay with it. And that blows my mind, because a few years back, I have two examples here. A few years back, Star Wars Battlefront, not Star Wars Battlefront 2, that's a whole different garbage fire that I'll deal with later, but Star Wars Battlefront 1, we crucified that game for not having a story mode. We were like, this is Star Wars, how is there not a story mode? And don't get me wrong, we were like, Star Wars has so much lore, there's so many stories you could have gone with, and yet you shipped the game with no story mode, and therefore we didn't buy it. A lot of us didn't buy it. We didn't buy it until it was like, what, $5 just to try it out at that point, and we just didn't play it. Star Wars Battlefront 1 suffered. I mean, granted, it made enough day one sales to justify a sequel, but the player base just completely dropped off of that game. It was awful. You tried loading up, there was like only 6,000 people playing, and it was hard to get into lobbies. We just completely dropped that game just for this fact that it didn't have a story mode. It had an amazing multiplayer. The multiplayer was fun. It was a blast. The what is it, when you're flying around an X-wing shooting down ties, that was super fun. I mean, granted, they weren't in space, but it was still fun. I mean, Battlefront 1, it was a fun game, but we didn't play it because it didn't have a story mode. My question is just like, why does Overwatch get the pass? Overwatch doesn't have a story mode, but yet there's millions of people playing it. And the thing that I keep coming across is just like, well, it's because Overwatch's lore is outside the game. Overwatch has these comics for the characters, so you get to learn more about these characters. They also have these short animated videos that are about like 10 minutes long. They give you like cutscenes of the video game, you know? They look like cutscenes, like mini movies. Give you more lore of each character. And my reply to that is, bro, it's Star Wars. Dude, there's like, what? How many movies are there now? There, what? The original trilogy, the prequels, Episode 7, Episode 8, and then we had Rogue One, that's 9, and then the Han Solo movie comes out here in a month. That's 10. That's 10 Star Wars movies. And that's just the movies, okay? We have animated series. There's Clone Wars, and then the Clone Wars, and then we have the Rebels. Even granted, Rebels is kind of lame. But, and then the comics. There's so many Star Wars comics. You're telling me Overwatch has comics? Star Wars has a bunch of comics. And look, check this out. Disney retconned a bunch of Star Wars lore. They retconned it because it was so much. and they didn't want their fans to get confused. So they retconned a bunch of it, and they only gave the stamp of approval to a few things, and those few things is still a lot, okay? There's like 33 books that are canon, okay? Books that take hours to finish, that just give you so much more Star Wars lore, okay? Star Wars shipping without a story mode, yes, it would be nice to have one, but we shouldn't crucify the game for not having one. We nailed Star Wars Battlefront to the wall for not having a story mode, but yet Overwatch gets the pass. Overwatch is fine. Just because McCree will say something to Tracer in the start of a match, and we'll be like, "Oh my god, did you hear that? Did you hear McCree? He said, good job, love." Like, ooh, did McCree have a crush on Tracer? No, guys, come on. I completely made that last one up. I have no idea if that's even in the game. I don't even know if McCree and Tracer have any dialogue between each other. But you know what I do know? I know that Princess Leia has dialogue with Han Solo, because they talked throughout 4 movies actually. That was my first example. My second example is Titanfall. Back in 2013, Titanfall exclusively released for the Xbox One, and it was a fantastic game. It revolutionized first-person shooters, pretty much ushering in the era of Twitch shooters, the whole jumping around with jetpacks and everything, all that junk. And it's an awesome game. It was fantastic. Honestly, I didn't buy an Xbox One until Titanfall came out. When Titanfall came out, my Xbox One was the Titanfall 1 bundle. Okay, it was just a lame black Xbox, the original one, nothing cool about it. It just came with Titanfall, alright? That's when I bought my Xbox, just to play this game. And it was amazing. It was a fantastic game. The multiplayer was a blast. And Titanfall 1 has a story mode. It's not a single player. I'll give you that. It is not a single player. But the fact that they integrated their story mode with their multiplayer was genius. Like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I play a story mode, it feels a little bit scripted. Because, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna win. The good guys always win. You do have a few games that will put that on its head, where the bad guy wins, or it turns out you're the bad guy, or something like that. There'll be a plot twist, but the majority of the time, the good guy always wins. And it's very cookie cutter, and it's lame. It's just kind of lame. But Titanfall, integrating their story mode with the multiplayer, meaning that there was a chance that you might lose, was awesome, bro. It was suspenseful. Like, we had to win this match, because if we don't win this match, then the bad guys will take over this planet, And then you're fighting other players, so it's dependent on your skill of how you're gonna win this battle. That is awesome. I mean, people were upset because there wasn't cutscenes, and there were cutscenes. They were really short. I'll admit that there were really short cutscenes that happened right before the match, or they'll be in the top right corner or top left corner of the screen, or there'll be a little cutscene while characters talking to each other. And a lot of people found that annoying. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm just trying to play my game. Oh, hey, I can't get distracted." Well, bro, don't play the story mode. Just play multiplayer. Multiplayer doesn't have that. Just play the multiplayer. Okay, people that are okay with those little corner screens are the people that are wanting to play the story mode. But yet, Titanfall was scrutinized for not having a story mode, even though it did. So much so that Titanfall 2, when it released, Titanfall 2, one of its slogans, or I guess one of its marketing strategies, was to be Titanfall 2 has a multiplayer. We have not a multiplayer, a single player. We have a single player mode, story mode right here, guaranteed. And granted, that single player in Titanfall 2 is badass. Okay.
What are your protocols?
Protocol 1. Link to pilot. Protocol 2. Uphold the mission. Protocol 3.
BT!
Protect the pilot.
I don't know if that was because of all the criticism for not having a single player mode. It's amazing. Titanfall 2 story mode, if you haven't played it, dude, play it. It's a short story, unfortunately. It's only 4 hours long, but it is amazing. Oh my god, they respawn. You guys hit it out of the park with Titanfall 2. That's an amazing game. A fantastic game, honestly. Seriously, if you haven't played it, play it, okay? You will fall in love with BT, okay? You just can't. I mean, look at him. Ugh. Look at that. Ugh. Oh my god. It's love at first sight, honestly. Okay, well, I don't really have a theme for this video. I'm just laying out my thoughts. I just want to understand, why does Overwatch get the pass and not these other games? Why does Overwatch not need a story mode? Or why do we not crucify Overwatch for not having a story mode? I would love to know your opinions on this, guys. Go ahead and leave a comment, and let's continue the conversation. And if you guys like this type of video format that I'm doing, it's me ranting, honestly. I enjoy it. It's very therapeutic. Therapeutic? Wait, no. Which one's the mattress?